day 17. I think it's another roller coaster day on Ridge. And I just passed a couple of boys who were going the other way, doing a section to Hotham, and they said to me that it's pretty much just Ridge the whole way till Mount Clear, and then Mount Clear gets a bit, how you going? We swapped water locations. Seems Chester's pretty safe, and they said there's a little bit past McAllister on trail that is okay, so Chester's is my minimum today anyway, so let's see how we go. Man, this ridge walking and some of these cliff faces does my heights phobia, freaking anxiety is ticking off at the moment, so see how we go. Really just like to get off the barries, off the saddles as soon as I possibly can, and then go back to dealing with friggin' dropping into valleys and climbing over mountains and back into valleys again. I think I prefer that. So let's see how we go. So that sun's in your way. Even coming off Mount Spec, there's bloody, yeah, some drops. I had to throw my poles a couple of times, and there's even the rope drop at one point. So this section isn't for us anxiety people with, you know, height phobias, so I just need to roll through here, head down, not pay attention, get through the section. See how I go today. Chest is my minimum, see what we can do. Alright, catch ya. next day, obviously, but I didn't get to close out day 17, I believe it is. So I'll get that going. It's a bit tough. It was already 2 degrees when I got to camp at 4:30 yesterday, so that just meant, the GoPro battery just says, oh no, I can't, I'm flat, when it's not flat. It's got lots of charge. It just can't give it to you because it's frozen. So that seems to be a thing of the trail, unless I'm getting there really early or it's a balmy night. It's not happening. It has to wait till the next day. So day 17 was a slow day. I only did 20 Ks and it was long. So the morning was really slow because it was crazy technical, and I mean, I have a phobia of heights, so coming off the backside of Mount Speck and then going across the cross-cut saw, and you had cliffs and then drops and rope descents and all that sort of crap was going on. So I was twigging my fear of heights a fair bit, so I was taking it quite slow, and it's a chess game for your feet. You've got to pick all your spots all the way, and that's like that until just before Mount Howard. So you'll have just come into the valley to the front of Mount Howard, and that's where it sort of settles down. And it sort of settled down for the rest of the day after that. It was all right, and I could get moving. I mean, there was technical sections that slowed you up, and then there were decent sections where you could move, and then there was fire trail at the end of the day. So that was okay. But I mean, it was views for days. Oh, I mean, yes, I was like, not a fan of being up that high with cliffs right there, but the views, gee, you could see everything. Plenty of great views of the Vikings, so you could see what you'd done the day before. Just really nice views the whole time. So so then like I say, we got to camp at 4:30, and I was pretty happy with getting to camp at 4:30. It was my minimum anyway. It was my aim, and that was my minimum aim, was to get to what they call Chester's Yard, but it's not Chester's Yard. So for anybody who is walking, Chester's Yard's not where you go. It's a big open plain, and you know full well that, yes, they also did some wrangling of some form there. It's definitely timber's been felled, the whole shooting match has all been cleared. But that's not it. There's no water there. It's a kilometre north of Chester's. You'll come across this little tiny campsite, and there is a spring-fed little creek running across the track. That's where you camp. That's where I was last night. And it's just a trickle, but you can collect your water there. So I had no problems getting water. Chester's Yard, there's nothing. So I mean, I was going, I'll push to Chester's Yard, and then I'll cross that spring, and I was like, no, let's stop here. Chester's Yard's another K. We'll go without the extra K. Let's see. So it was cold, like I say. It was 2 degrees at 4:30. I'd got there. That was about the time I got there, and I thought, I'd be able to dry things out. But as soon as that sun gets over, and because it's on the east side, so the sun's gone to bed very early because the ridge is right behind you. So I didn't even get that extra, 30 minutes or so before the sun really disappeared to get anything done. So I just put everything up. A good picture of my tent, not like the night before where it looked like a really sad thing the night before. That's what happens when you're putting it up in the dark and you're freezing. At least this time I was freezing, but it was daylight, so I was able to put it up and get it all nice and taut. So it was a good pitch. And the sleeping spot was good. So at least I had that. But it was just cold, so you're just getting everything done. Get your food going, get your bed laid out, because you want to get into bed. It's the only place you can stay warm. So, and then I think I was out by 7. So, yeah. So that's it for day 17. It was slow, short distance, but that's all right. I knew I had to have a short distance somewhere. I thought that would be on the Viking, but it wasn't. It just happened to be the next day, so all good. All right, I'll catch you for day 18. See you guys.